New year, new me. Yeah, right. But it's new year nevertheless, and that can only mean one thing and one thing only. That means more crafting. So today we are gonna be doing absolutely wonderful items. We are gonna be doing 10 eater items again. Just like last time, if you have been watching these crafting videos previously, you know the drill. We're gonna be doing 10 items. And I think today we are gonna be doing 5 weapons and 5 accessories. And once we combine those, we will have ourselves absolutely wonderful items. I'm sure we will get at least one good item. The goal is to get a double cooldown item, quality item. Again, I still don't have one. I've been farming and trying to get it for a long time. So let's see if today is that day. So we will start with weapons. And let's start right away so we don't waste any more time. The first weapon comes here. Attack speed, cooldown, +1 arrow, and bonus gold skill. Now this is not the perfect item, but this is a very usable item, and I will save this one. I'm not sure if I have bonus gold items for Dark Elf. Because it has +1 arrow, it means it's a Dark Elf item. Attack speed does help Dark Elf a little bit. It's not the best line. Cooldown doesn't really do anything in here. But nevertheless, it's a bonus gold skill level item. You should save those for your gold build. Eventually you will want to be able to stack a little bit of these if you can in your build. So that's a good one. We will keep it for now. It's not perfect one, but it's worth keeping definitely. So first item already good. This year is starting. Absolutely fun. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And let's go. Are you ready for the second one? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Gold per hit, that already looks bad. Cooldown, critical chance, skill level. Critical chance, skill level is not really what we want. Again, we want cooldown skill levels, bonus gold skill levels, maybe damage and hero damage skill levels as well, but we don't really want the other ones. They are not that optimal. I'm not gonna be keeping this one. I don't have any need for it, so that's a mat. And right away, the third one. Let's see. Again, we see gold per hit as the first line. That's not good. We have critical damage, we have poison damage, and perfect gold skill. Perfect gold skill only works for manual gameplay. And at this point, if you are able to get eater items, you don't really do manual gameplay. No. No. So we're not going to be keeping this one. Critical damage, poison damage also not really good. There's practically one usable line, the critical damage for physical summon build. So no, we're not going to be keeping this one. That's the third weapon. We have 2 weapons left to go before we go to the accessories. And well, let's see. I'm actually hoping that the accessories will be better than the weapons. But let's see. 2 more weapons to go. Damage, lightning damage. +1 summoned unit on hammer. And mimic chance. Again, now mimic chance and perfect gold skill, those both are only for manual gameplay. So again, no. We'll take this item and throw it in the ground. We'll stomp it into the trash bin. You go. It's just freaking useless. Otherwise, if we don't look at this yellow line, which really sucks if you didn't get that by now. +1 summon unit items could be useful. Like, if this was a sword, it would have damage, and +1 summon unit for giants and Edward, it would be quite useful. We don't really have a hammer. Well, maybe, like, Golem Master, for example, you could use it, sure. But it's still not really useful item, and lightning damage there is useless, so I'm not going to be keeping this one either. Again, the yellow line is really useless in here. Okay, so, one weapon left to go. Let's see. The last weapon of today. Physical damage, critical damage, area skill damage, and critical damage skill. Again, well, physical damage on the stuff is... No, we don't need that. We don't need really a stuff with the physical damage. Critical damage and area skill damage, those are nice lines. You could use this on some hero for those lines. You could save that one if you... I do have a better one. I'm not going to be keeping it one. The critical damage skill level only gives 1% of critical damage. It's not that optimal, not that great. It's better than the perfect gold skill or mimic chance skill, that's for sure. But it's not something we will be keeping, so we're going to be matting this one as well. So that's weapons done. And what we have 5 accessories left. So, okay, we have kept 1 item so far. The very first item. So maybe we will get good item as our very first accessory as well. That would be wonderful. Let's see. Now, please give me a good item. Please, 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 please. Cold per hit, that usually means insta-mad lightning damage, knockback. Lines that don't really go well together. Click damage skill, again, not that great. We're not going to be keeping this one. Knockback could be used on some crowd control hero if you don't have any knockback items. If you don't have any knockback items on them, by the time you can get your access to these E items, that's kind of weird. So that's the possible uses the knockback line in here, but we are not going to be keeping this one. So the first one, not great. Let's see. Second one. Damage, MP cost, boss damage, and also speed skill. I don't know why I say damage. Damage. Anyway, not a great item. We're not going to be keeping this one. Also speed. Well, we are not using down archers in our way build. Doesn't really need that one. And it's not really a strong E-line anyway. Even if you would be. So we're not going to be keeping it one. If you didn't have anything on your Bowmaster, perhaps you could use this for the damage and maybe the boss damage. Again, boss damage is also not the best line for them. It does a little bit extra boss damage, of course, but damage line could be used. And because, yeah, we're not going to be keeping this one either, so bah, the trash bin you go. We have 3 accessories left. Do you do 3 like this or like this? It can be a matter of life and death. Tell me, how do you do? How do you show 3 with your fingers? 3 accessories left, so let's see if I have to cry today or not. Attack speed, flat damage, MP recovery skill. Again, one of the most
useless ether lines there is.
Flat damage also, apart from the really early game, it's not really good for your waving. It does fall off really short, like really fast, so you really want some percentile damage. Mostly on your heroes. We are not going to be keeping this one either. So, there we go. And we have 2 left. Why does it always go like this? Like, we get maybe 1 semi-useful item and then nothing. Like, I don't know. Let's go. Cooldown skill level. Those are always nice. Always. I can't say this often enough. Always save your cooldown skill level items. You really want to stack those cooldown skill level lines on your builds. Even if the other lines are bad, like in here, this is not really an optimal item. Lightning and fire damage don't go well in together, and boss damage as well. No, this is horrible lines. But the cooldown skill level is strong. It's the best line you can get for the E tier line. So you can stack this on some hero that doesn't really need any lines in your build. Smith, for example, Orc Band, Military Band. Dark Eyes Wizard doesn't really need any lines if you can get a cooldown skill level line for that. So those are just your options. Even you, like Angels could probably hold it if those already have something they can at least take use of. The lightning damage doesn't really do much, but it's something, you know. So cooldown skill level, always keep them. We will be keeping this one. Thank God we got something useful. I think I have stacked most of my slave heroes with cooldown skill level +1 lines, but I think I can find some place to put this in, so yay. We have 1 last accessory left, and useful, like 1 bonus skill item, 1 cooldown skill level item. That's a decent haul, but I'm really hoping for a like that huge, like that. Give me that dopamine rush, like give me that double cooldown IQ, please. Gold damage, lightning damage. Yeah, it's not a good item. And also range skill, again, not really something you want to use. This is a horrible item. We will not be keeping this one. So I guess that's our luck today. We can't ask too much, I guess. So 2 items out of the 10 items kept. That's a decent %, yes. But we are still looking for that really good item, you know. So that means we have to do more farming and more crafting. So make sure to tune in next time as well. I will also be doing some live stream farmings. If you haven't joined those yet, you will find them on my YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section, what is your best item of the year? Start of the year. Have you been crafting? Have you been hunting? What is the best item? Let me know. Thank you. Stay safe. See you next time. Like, wow.